Are you guys able to see my screen? Okay, fine. So now today we are going to start with another text formatting tag. Yesterday we have learned about some of them like heading tag, paragraph, comment tag, HR tag, BR tag, bold tag. Okay, till a strike we have learned. So today, excuse me, today we are going to start with, again, I'm going to create a normal paragraph. Okay. And here in this paragraph, before this paragraph, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to put a separator over here just to separate these two paragraphs. So we'll put one HR tag, horizontal ruler over here that you can see. Okay. So now we are going to learn about code tag, code, C-O-D-E, code. So for now, I will remove this random text. What I will do, if you are familiar with any programming language, so simply, what if you have to put some code snippet on the web page, then what you will do? So let's say I have to write here one JavaScript code. Okay, let's say function demo. Okay, and here simply I'm writing console.log hi. So right now I have written this one here. Okay, as a snippet. Don't think about like what exactly function and demo is. Okay, simply I have written one code snippet here inside paragraph. Now I'm going to save this one. So here you are able to see this, how it is appearing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, in case if you want to put this one as a snippet on the web page, so a screen reader also should understand whether it is a snippet or a normal paragraph. So for that reason, what you have to do, you have to put that code snippet inside code tag. What is that? Code tag. Okay. Now I'm going to save this one. See, now the font is also, if you can just compare these two things, the code which is not here, I'm going to put a BR tag just to break that. So here, if you will see, the font family is different, font style is different, and the code which we placed in between code tag, that is appearing in different form. So whatever snippet we have placed in between code tag, for that one by default, the font family will be monospace. Okay, for code snippet. So I'm going to remove this one for now. Okay. But still we have one problem. And what is that? So a screen reader will be able to understand, okay, that is a code snippet because we are using here a code tag. But the indentation, as we have written here, function is starting from here, and then here we have console.log. That is not appearing exactly as we have written here. So what if you want to show that one or represent that snippet in that exact format, whatever you have written, then you have to use here one tag is there, that is pre tag. So inside code, I'm going to use here pre tag. Okay. And whatever I have written, if we have here some space, you can see here also we have space. And if I'm going to move this one here like this, so see here how it is. In the same way it is appearing. Okay. Now, guys, are you able to hear me? Okay, fine. So now we have here pre-tag. This is just one use case. Okay, another one is here. Let's say if you have a poem and you have to display that one on the page. So in that case also you can use what? You can use pre-tag. Okay. So you can use that pre-tag in that case as well. Now, here we are going to learn about another tag. So these two tags we have already seen. Now, what if I'm going to comment all these things till here. Okay, the shortcut I'm using here, just I'm selecting and I'm pressing here control and forward slash. Again, if you will press control and forward slash, it will uncomment here. Comment. Okay, that is the shortcut key. So I have removed these codes from here. Okay, now we are going to learn about another text formatting tag, and that is quote tag, quotation. Okay, so let's say here we have, excuse me, a paragraph tag. In between, we have a quote. Okay, let's say I'm writing here, honesty is the best policy. Okay, and I'm writing like this, double quote here also at the end of this quote, and in the beginning also I'm writing like this. If I'll save, how it is coming? Here we have double quote, here also we have double quote, but we do not have the inverted comma as we use in quotes. So for that reason, what you can do, you can simply use here quote tag. Okay, Q tag. That is nothing but quote tag. And no need to use this double quote here at the end of this and here also. Okay, so now what you have to do is, see, just I'm saving this one, and now you can see here we have inverted commas. Okay, here and here also. So you can use quote tag whenever you are going to use any quotation in your web page. Okay, now the next tag here we have like block quote tag, and one attribute and tag is also there, that is cite tag. So I'll show you that as well. I'm going to comment again this one, and now here I'm going to simply paste this quote tag. Simply I'm going to cut this one from here. Instead of this q tag, okay, instead of this q tag, what I'm going to do, and even I'm going to remove this paragraph tag. No need to use this one. Now I'm going to use here block quote. Okay, block quote is a tag, okay, where you can write quotes. Simply if I'm going to write like this, see it is appearing, but not in that format, like in like double quote or inverted comma. So what you have to do, you have to write two things here. First, you need to write again inside block quote. It is kind of container actually. So again, a screen reader will understand this is a quote here. So if you will place this one in between quote, so now here we have one space. So visually you are able to see that we have one space. What if you have to provide the name of the author, okay, of this quote? So in that case, here we have one tag called cite tag. Okay, in between that tag, you have to provide the name for this quote. Means in this case, uh, I don't know exactly who has written this. So simply I'm going to write here unknown. Okay. I can save it here. So at the end here, you can see here, you can write author name, and a screen reader will be able to understand, okay, for this code, author name is this one. Okay, here it is coming like this. And if you will see here, this is in the form of like italic form. Okay. Another thing also you can pass here in block code tag, you can write one additional attribute, again, site. And in between here, you can pass any website URL from where you are taking this one. The reference URL you can write here in block code. So in our case, simply I'm going to write here. Let's say I'm writing HTTP s:// www dot. I'm giving simply here one name. Okay. So here you need to pass the information from where you are taking this code actually in your web page. So you can use this one. So again, a screen reader will be able to understand, hey, from where you are taking this code, and internally it will understand, the screen reader will understand what exactly it is. So you can use that block code as a container for the code and where you are passing any author name. Okay. Or you are providing any author name, then you can wrap all those two things, means code and author name, with the block code. And even you can pass one extra information with this site attribute, which is going to tell to the screen reader or the browser, hey, from where I'm taking this code. That reference URL you can put over there. Okay. Now we are done with this one also, the block code. Now we know when to use this. Another thing here we have after this, we have one definition tag. Okay. Let's say here we are using H3 heading. Okay. And I'm writing here simply HTML5. Okay. This is a heading, simple. Here we have heading HTML5. Okay, fine. So if I'm writing here HTML5 and after that like this, okay, I want to write some definition of this HTML5, what exactly it is. Okay, so simply, or full form of this one. Okay, then you have to use, for the screen reader, you have to use this definition tag. So a screen reader and browser will be able to understand that this is a definition for like some content. Okay, so it will read actually at the time when you will use the screen reader for accessibility purpose, I'm saying. So here's, I'm just going to write, let's say HTML stands for hypertext markup language, and it can be used to develop, okay, a web page. Okay, so like this, if you are writing some definition or something, then you have to go with the definition tag. And this tag is also a semantic tag. Semantic means meaningful for whom? Like it will actually going to tell to the browser and the screen reader what exactly this paragraph is, or this text is, or these sentences are, what exactly it is. So this is one definition of HTML5. Then you can write like this. And you can observe here, when a screen reader will read this one, then they're going to stress on these sentences actually, because here, see, when I'm writing these texts in between definition tag, it is appearing in the form of italic text that you can see here. Okay, then you need to use definition tag whenever you are writing any definition. Okay, next thing here we have after this one, We have acronym, okay, full form. When you want to provide, then you have to use here acronym. Let's say here, if I'm writing simply a paragraph and I'm writing here Dr. A P J, okay, Abdul Kalam, okay. So here, what actually APJ is, if you want to provide the full form of that particular later, what actually A and P and J is, and what is DR. Okay, in that case, what you have to do, let's say if I want to uh, provide the detail of that DR, what exactly it is, then you have to use acronym tag. Okay, acronym, and this one is deprecated, as you can see here. So in between, I'm going to write that doctor. So here, there's no difference. As you can see, when you are writing acronym, there's no difference. And we are not able to see any difference here when I'm hovering. So here in acronym tag, in between acronym tag, we have placed this doctor. That is a short form. So we know actually DR is a doctor. If they are going to write something like in short form and you don't know what exactly is that, then in that case, you have to provide actually what it is. So in acronym, you have to add one additional attribute called title. And there you have to write the full form of that one. So here I'm writing doctor. Okay, now I'm going to save this one. So once if I'm applying here title attribute, you see here we have dotted line. Means once I will hover here, no, in tooltip, it is going to provide me the extra information about that short letter. Okay, so here it is saying DR is nothing but doctor. Okay, so like that you can use here acronym, but it is deprecated, so don't use this one. Okay, so instead of that, what you can use as an alternative tag here, we have, instead of acronym, we can use abbreviation ABBR tag. Okay, so here I'm going to write ABBR tag. And here you can see, again, we have not changed anything. Title attribute is there, and the text we have provided here, doctor, and it is going to work in the same way. See here again. So this one is the latest one that you can use for abbreviation, especially, and a screen reader will be again able to understand what exactly ABBR tag is and why to use this one. Now I have explained you already. Okay, so you can use this ABBR tag for abbreviation. Now the next tag here we have, that is address tag. In case if you are providing any address in your web page, okay, then you have to use, means you can use paragraph also, that is fine. Let's say if I'm writing simply here Gachibowli, Hyderabad 500032, like this. So this is a normal paragraph. A screen reader will be not able to understand what exactly it is. Okay, so it will treat, actually a screen reader will treat it as a normal text. So you have to actually tell to the screen reader what exactly it is. Okay, to make this one like semantic for the screen readers for accessibility purpose, what you have to do, you need to use address tag, and in address tag, in between that, you need to pass this one. Again, if I'll save this one, it will appear in italic text format. Okay, so by seeing, you can't say actually what tag I'm using here, but a screen reader will be able to, means by saying, you can say whether I'm using DFN tag or I tag or emphasize tag, EM tag, which we have seen to make this text italic. So visually, if you will see, you won't get any difference, but internally a screen reader will be able to identify what exactly it is. So they will be able to understand, okay, so this is an address. Okay, so it will read out that it is an address which I'm reading right now. So like that. So if you want to provide any address in your website, always use the address tag. Okay. Now, next thing here we have sub tag and super tag. What is the use of that sub tag and super tag? Let's say here we have one paragraph and here I'm writing H2O. Okay, H2O. If I'll save, so here we can see we are not able to see that in that format. So 2 should be as a sub character. So H2 then O. Okay. So if you want to represent in that form, then what you have to do? Then you have to use sub tag. So this 2 you have to place in between super tag. Okay. Sorry, sub tag. In between sub tag. So opening and again closing tag. So here in between sub, you have to place 2. Okay. H is a normal text. 2 will be the sub text for that one. And then O. If I'll save now, see here how it is appearing. H2O. So if you have any use case like this, if you want to represent any uh, like a formula of chemistry, then you can go with this sub tag. Okay. Now, if you have to represent any mathematical notation like a plus b whole square, then what you will do? A plus b whole square. So this is not like a correct format as per the like mathematical notation. This 2 should appear as a square. Okay. So in that case, you have to use super tag, that is SUP. Okay. And in between, you can place that text here simply. See how it is appearing now. Okay. So if you have the use case for like sub and super tag cases, then you can go with this one. Fine. Do you have any question? No. Okay, screen reader is actually, if you have attended yesterday's session, so a screen reader is, as I said, whenever you are working for like web accessibility, if you are developing a website and you are targeting even the differently abled person, for them, like if they are not able to read directly, they will take help of the screen reader, and a screen reader is going to read out the whole website, whether it is a link, whether it is an address, then you can use that. Okay. Then that screen reader will be helpful. Okay, now after this we have one tag called a small tag that you can use directly. If you have observed in many websites, you will see the copyright at the footer. So that copyright or terms and conditions sometimes they give in the website, that will be in small I can say that will be very small actually, like this, very small text. Okay, that you can barely see actually. So in that case, what they use actually, they use this a small tag inside paragraph. I'm going to write simply all rights reserved. Okay, so this text, if I'll save, this is a normal text, but if you want to show this one in the footer, simply what you can do, you can make use of this a small tag, and in between you can place that text. So it will appear a bit smaller than normal text. Then you can use this small tag. Okay. Now, after this, we have like center tag as well, but we do not use that center tag because we can align any text in center by using CSS. Okay. So, but still I'm going to show you here. Let's say here we have paragraph. this text is center aligned. Okay. So right now, if I'm writing this paragraph here, you can see this is a normal text. Okay. And here it is left aligned, not center aligned. But in case if you're going to place all these words in between center tag, as you can see, this center tag is deprecated. So don't use this one. But this tag comes under that text formatting tag of HTML. That's why I'm explaining. So now this text will appear in the center of the viewport, or you can say the web page. Okay, but don't use this one. If you want to align the text in between of the viewport or in the middle of the viewport, go with the CSS. That we will see once we will start the CSS part. Okay, now we left with two more text formatting tags of HTML. So now we are going to start with the mark tag. Okay, so what is the use of mark tag? We have here a like normal paragraph here. Okay, here we have normal paragraph. What if you want to highlight some words of this paragraph? Okay, if you want to highlight, so then you have to use the mark tag. Okay, what tag you have to use? Mark tag. From here to let's say till here, if you want to highlight, same. If I'll save, see now, from here to here, these text are highlighted now. So you can use mark tag if you want to highlight something. Okay, so this is the like a default mark tag which you can use, and it is right now like the highlight color, the background color it is. You can see, you can say this is yellow color. Okay, yellow color here. But if you want to customize, you can make use of CSS. Okay, but this is the default behavior of the mark tag. Just to highlight any line or any word, you can use this mark tag. Fine. Now the last tag in text formatting tag here we have, that is, here we have paragraph. This is a paragraph. Simply I'm writing this. Okay. So here now we are going to learn about the BDO tag, bi-directional override tag. So what is the use of this BDO tag? In case if you are working with the English language, if your web page is in English language, so normally it will start from left to right. But what if you have any Middle East language, like if you are going to use Arabic, or if you're going to use Hebrew, or if you are going to write Urdu in your web page, then in that case you can use BDO tag. Okay, so simply if I will use here BDO tag, okay, I'm going to remove this one BDO tag, and I'll place any text in between that. You won't be able to see actually any change. So what actually it is doing, that I'm going to show you. So here you have one attribute called dir, nothing but direction. So you want to display this text in which direction, from which direction to which direction. So by default it will be LTR, means left to right. So you won't be able to see any change. Okay, now another option here we have, that is RTL, right to left. If I will save this one, it will actually reverse this text. See here, from right to left it is showing. So if you have any use case like that, if you're going to use any language which is starting from right to left, then you can go with the BDO tag. Till here, guys, you have any question? We are done with the, yeah, text formatting tags of HTML. Scroll, mount, use. I'm not sure what actually it is. A scroll tag, marquee tag you are saying, or what? Marquee tag actually we do not use now. We use CSS animations if you want to animate anything. Okay. Do you have guys any question till here? BDO full form is bidirectional override. So block quote is, see, whenever you want to wrap, okay, whenever you want to wrap the quotation, whenever you have any quotation and the author name of that quotation, then you have to wrap all those things in between block quote. And here this attribute you need to just use if you have any reference, if you are using from some website, if they have any copyright issue or something, just reference you can give here, okay, in site attribute. Any other question, guys? No questions? Okay, fine. Then we can code tag. As I said, whenever you want to display any code snippet of any programming language in your web page, then go for the code tag. Use that code tag. In between only you have to place that code tag. About notes. Okay, so notes, as I said yesterday, you have to take the running notes, or just try to understand whatever I'm explaining. If you're missing something, you can check out my videos next day. And if you have still any doubt, you can ask next day in next session. You don't have to by heart all the tags. Okay, just try to understand why we are using. If you will see today, at least you can like recall later, like we have seen something called like mark tag, let's say, to highlight something. If you will recall that, you can check out my videos later, or even you can search on Google how to highlight at least a text, so you will get idea. Okay, don't actually try to remember everything. I also don't by heart, uh, means don't remember. I also do not remember everything every time. Okay, yep, fine. So now we are going to start with HTML lists. What exactly the lists are? So in HTML, we do have three different types of lists. Okay, three different types of lists. So first of all, I'm going to comment these things. Okay, so now here we are going to start for start with HTML5 list tags. Okay, and now we are going to start. Okay, so what are the types we have in HTML5 for lists? So when to use list? First thing, let's say if you have a list of students or list of employees, okay, and you want to display that on web page, okay, so then you have to display in either two formats. You can go either you can show that list in bullet points, or you can show the numbers, or even you can show alphabets like A, B, C, D, like that. Okay, like heading, then subheading. If you have seen in the books also, there will be like main heading, then subheading. So I'm going to show you first, like the types of lists. The first type is unordered. Okay, unordered list. Okay, if we do not have any numbers for the list, then you can go with the unordered list. Another one here we have ordered list. Okay, if you want to show something in alphabetical order or in numeric order, like 1 to 3, or in Roman format 1 to 3, then you can go with the ordered list. And the last one is that is description, or some people call it as definition list. Okay, so these three types of lists are there in HTML that we are going to learn one by one. Okay, so first I'm going to start with unordered list. So let's say here you have a list of fruits. Okay, here we have mango, apple. Okay, and here we have, let's say, just I'm going to copy this one, multiple time. Let's say here we have lists. Okay, how it is appearing, that you can see in same line. This is not like a list. So what you have to do if you want to display any list, okay, in form of like unordered list, there is no numbers, then you have to go with the UL tag, that is nothing but unordered list. And in between you can place whatever element you want to add. But again, in between UL tag, if you will place like this different items, there will be no change, except here we have some space before this. Okay, so what we have to do next, so first you have to take the unordered list, and all the list items which you want to display over there, that you have to place inside li tag, that is nothing but list item tag, open and close tag. So here if I'm going to write mango, here again I'm going to write banana, apple. Okay, so if I'll save this one, then you will be able to see here these fruit names in the form of lists. Okay, but we do not have any numbers over here. As you can see, we have dots before each and every list. So it means whenever you want to add any list, any number of list, you can go with this li tag. Okay, so as I have written over here, instead of this, what you can do if you want to use the shortcut key for emit. So simply you can write UL, and inside UL means greater than. Inside UL, I want list items. How many list items I want? I want, let's say, 4 list items. So if I will press tab, it will automatically create 4 list items. Okay, but I don't want like that. Inside every list item, I want some element or some content as well. So here I'm writing simply item. Okay, and then at the end, I'm going and writing like 5. So it will create like list item with 5 texts. Here you can see in between texts are there, item, item, item. Okay, but I want like dynamic text. Okay, then what we can do here, just place $1 just for the normal like default number as we have seen yesterday. I'm going to take just 4, tab. So automatically it is generating here the number 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So you can use this shortcut key. And for this one, just refer that emit cheat sheet documentation. Okay. So here we have items. So whenever you want to use unordered list, just you have to take a unordered list tag, that is UL tag, and in between that, as many elements you want to add, just add in between li tag. Okay, in between li tag. So this is nothing but unordered list. But what if you want to change? You want to change this bullets, or you can say these dots. If you want to change that style, if you want something else instead of that. So here we have in HTML one attribute called type for UL tag type. Okay. So type is equal to, by default, it will be disk. So see, there is no change actually here. There is no change when I'm using disk. Type is equal to disk. What if I'm using circle? Okay, circle, and now I'm going to save it. So see how it is appearing. So before each and every item, we have now circle instead of that disk, or you can say that dot or bullet points. Okay. So third option here we can use instead of this circle and dots, we have here that is square. Okay, that you can use. So here we have like limitation that we can use just these three types, okay, for list items. But by using CSS, we can do like more than 15 types of a style we can apply here. Even you can add image before each and every element. You can add gradient each and every element before each and every element. Okay, even I will show you that when we will start the CSS part. Okay, but for now here in HTML, for UL tag, for type attribute, we have just three possible values. First one is disk, another one is circle, and the last one is a square. Okay, that is fine. Okay, that is fine. What if we have here, let's say I'm writing simply fruits, wedge. Okay, and now I'm going to remove these things for now. Here we have just two items, as you can see. Here we have just two items. What if you have a subcategories also for these list items? Okay, in fruits, now you want to categorize all those fruits name. So what you can do, simply inside this li tag, nested ul tag, now I'm going to explain you, okay, how to nest another unordered list inside this unordered list. So again, what you have to create, again, one unordered list tag you have to create inside that list item. And now you want to add some sub items, okay, or sub name you can say. Again, you have to take list item. I'm going to write here mango. Another item, I'm going to write here apple. I will save this. So as you can see here, now I'm going to remove this type. So by default, it will take disk. So here we have for the main list item name, here we have dots. But automatically here for the subtypes of this list item, which is also again unordered list that you can see. For this one, here we have circle. But if you want to change that one, if you want to change that one, manually you can change. Again, here also you can use that type attribute, and type is equal to, you can make this one as a square. Okay, see, we are able to change that. But by default, it will be circle for the sub unordered list whenever you are using the sub item. Okay, so see here, like we have type attribute as well as what? We can use the nested list styles here like this. Okay, so this is all about unordered list in HTML. Fine. Next thing here we have, after that, we have ordered list. So as we have here unordered list, like that we have OL tag, ordered list. And again, the same thing you have to do. If you want to add any element in this one or item, you have to use list item. Just we are changing here that tag name. Instead of UL, I'm using here OL. Okay. I'm going to write here, let's say a player name like MS Dhoni. Okay. Another player name I'm going to write here, let's say again, here we have Rahul. I'm going to save this one. So once if I'm saving, by default, you can see all these items are appearing. How? Numerically, you can see it is appearing 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's why we call it as ordered list. In order it is appearing. Okay, the first names, then second, then third. Okay, automatically it is giving here a number for each and every item. Okay, now, so Here also, if you will see, we have one attribute called what? Type. Type. So by default here it is number. If you are giving one, that is nothing but number. But instead of this, I'm going to comment this one. Instead of this, if I want to display these things in form of like Roman number, so I'm giving simply a small I. See here, we have Roman number 1, 2, 3. Okay. Third possibility here we have, again, I'm going to comment this one. So what type of that numbers we want to display, that we can do here simply. If I'll write capital I, so it will appear in capital Roman number. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. If I'll add one more name here, then you can see. One, two, three, four. Automatically it is taking. Okay. Now we have seen the default one will be the number. We can use Roman either small or capital. Now, next thing here we can go with the alphabetic format. Okay. So for that, you can use alphabets here. I'm writing simply a small a. So see how it is appearing: A, B, C, D. Now you might ask, like, what if I'm going to write F or G like this? Automatically it is going to take the number format. Don't use this one. Okay. So if you want alphabet format, you have to use a small case alphabet. If you want to display these things in the form of a small case letter, if you want to go with the capital one, simply what you can do is you have to use the same thing, that just type you need to change, as we have changed for the Roman number. Here you have to make this one as a capital case A. How it is appearing now, you can see. Okay. So these 5 things we have seen. Fine. We have here type attribute. We can change these orders. In ordered list only these things are going to work. For unordered list, we have disk, okay, circle and a square. For ordered list, we have here by default number that you can use, a small alphabets, capital alphabet, okay, a small Roman number and this capital Roman number that we can use. What else we can do here? So we have another attribute called, excuse me, here we have another attribute called start. Okay, start. So here I'm going to use simply one number, and in a start I'm not passing anything. Let's say if I'm saying start from 100 or start from 101, so what will happen, this list will start from 101, 102, 103, 104, like that. Okay. And always this start value should be number, and that should be in integer form. Don't write in the decimal form like 101.3 or something like that. If you write like that, like this, see, it will simply ignore that 0.3. Okay. It is not going to take that. So always use the integer value. So if you are writing a start 101, it is starting from 101. Let's say if you are going to start from 151, so the list count will start from 151, 152, like that. Okay. In case you have any employee ID or code you are starting, let's say 123 543 or 540. So from here it will start like this. You can see one is actually getting clipped here left side because it is a huge number. Now see 12340, 12341, like that you can encode here. You can start it. Okay, your list items with this. Now next thing, if I'm writing 101, that is fine. For the numbers, if I will type here like a small Roman case, again it is going to start. These are Roman number only. Okay. See here 101, 102, 103, 104, like that. Even we can take the capital one. It is working fine. Okay. But what if I'm going to write simply, I'm not going to write anything here. I'm going to type here the alphabets. A, B, C, D. It is appearing like this. Okay, fine. What if in this case, I'm going to write here 5. What will happen? Any guesses, guys? Yeah, I'm coming to that one, whether we can use unordered list in between order list or not. Yeah, that also we can do. I'll come to that. First, I'm explaining the ordered list. Okay. Any other question, guys? Hey, 1 second. Again, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, any question? Yeah, Anmol, tell me. You can turn on your mic. I have allowed you to speak. Amol. Yeah, Prague, now you can speak.
Sir, I got it. What is snippet?
Sorry?
I'm asked you what is snippet. I got it.
Okay. Anyone else has any question?
No, sir. No, no, sir.
Okay, fine. So now next thing here we are going to see, in case if we have type this alphabets and I'm starting from 5, what will happen? It will start from E, F, G. So how many alphabets we have? Just in one alphabet means how many characters we have? Total 26 characters. Okay. So what if I'm starting with 26? What will happen? That's interesting. Actually, it will start from Z, and then again it will start A, B, A, C, like that. It will repeat. If I'm going to write simply 101 here, so see how it will be. C, W, C, X, C, Y, C, Z, like that. Okay. Automatically it will count. If I'm writing 27, simply 27 means after 26, how actually it will start. So that you can see. Again, it is going to start A, B, A, C, A, D. Either you can go with the smaller case alphabets or capital case alphabets. Okay. So then you can use this one. That is fine. We have another attribute as well that you can use with ordered list. Okay. And what is that? That is like you can say empty attribute. You do not have any value for that. So as we have here a start, and for that we are able to pass here value. But this is the first attribute I'm going to show you in ordered list, that is reversed. What will happen in reverse order? Actually, it will appear. So the listing A, Z, Y, X. Here you are not getting. Okay, fine. I'm going with the number and I'm saying start it. I'm not giving any starting thing. Here it is starting from 4, 3, 2, 1. So by default, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you will apply simply here, reversed. So in reversed order, actually that will appear, that number system. It will start from, see here, 4, 3, 2, 1, like that. So you can use this reversed keyword as well. If I'm saying simply start with like 104, from 104, you have to start and it will come to here 101, 104, 103, 102, 101, like that. You can go for the alphabets, any Roman number. Okay. So then you can use reversed attribute. And this is, you can see, empty attribute. Why I'm saying empty attribute? Because we do not have any value for it, like reversed is equal to something. Okay. Now someone asked me like whether we can use ordered list inside unordered list or unordered list inside ordered list. Yes, we can use. Let's say here we have this one, the first player name. and that is ordered list actually. And here now I'm going to use unordered list, and list item here I'm going to add. He plays actually cricket, he plays football. Okay, so if I'll save here as a subheading, you can see here we have cricket and football. So you can use this one. Okay, even like vice versa, you can do inside unordered list, you can use ordered list. Okay, that is totally fine. Now the last list here we have that rarely we see, but in case if you have any use case like you have to group something. Okay, let's say here you have let's say name. Okay, and below that you have to write name, let's say Danish, and after that you have designation. Okay, and below that you have to write like instructor. So like that, if you have to group something, okay, with the label, then you can go for the DL tag, and DL is nothing but description list, or you can say definition list, both you can say. So here I'm going to use first DL tag, as we were using OL as a main container for ordered list. Here we have DL for description list. Okay, now inside description list, first you have to define the description term, okay, or data term. So for that you have to use DT tag. Let's say if I'm going to write here employee name, and immediately after that you have to define DD, means data description or description, you can say definition. Okay, or data definition you can say here. So there you have to define, like I'm simply writing my name again. So this is coming in pair actually. DT means data term and data definition or data description. Again, another data term I can define here, role or designation I can write simply. So data term is role, and data definition we can write here like instructor, or I can say here FE dev. Okay, so like that you can define whenever you have to group something. Okay, multiple data term, okay, or description term here, or data definition or data description you can define inside DL tag. So if I'll save this one, see how it is appearing. Employee name Danish, role instructor or front-end developer, how it is appearing now you can see. So for that purpose you can use in real time what, these type of list styles. Do you have any question till here? You can ask. Yeah, Amol, tell me.
No, sir, I have understood.
Okay, fine. Anyone else? Please mute your microphone. What is UL between OL? I'm not getting your question. Can we use unordered list in between ordered list? I already said that. No, you can use. Any question, guys? No. Okay. So now we are going to start another topic, that is HTML link element, and this is very, very useful. Okay. Yes, we can use unordered list and ordered list inside definition list. You can wrap like any list inside, like any if you want to use simply, let's say the DL tag as a sub list of the OL tag, you can go with that. Anything you can do. I will share the code. I will share the code in the Google Classroom. I think once you will join the session, okay. Once you will join the room, no, from Monday, then any other question, guys, before we start with the link tag or HTML link element? Not link tag actually. That is anchor tag. Any graphical without typing code? I didn't get you, Pradosh. You want me to show presentation kind of thing or what? Can you send the demo links? You have already joined, then why you are asking the demo links? Attribute, yesterday I already said when you want to provide an extra information about any tag, then we use attribute. So attribute can be anything like we have learned yet like type attribute, reversed attribute. We have learned about before that title attribute also. Why HTML is not a programming language? See, in HTML, we are not doing any logical thing. We are just representing the data on the web page. We are annotating. If you want any bold text, if you want to highlight something, that we are doing. Okay, that's why it is not a programming language. If you want to loop something, like you have a list item, you are writing just once and you are writing some logic just to display that 100 times, that we cannot do here in HTML. That's why. Okay, I'm not sure what he is asking about the demo link about like recorded video or what. What exactly is hypertext in HTML? Hypertext means a text which is linked with another document or another image or another video. Okay, so that is nothing but hypertext. Text tag we are already done. We have started, even we have completed list style tag. Okay, HTML list tags also. Without typing code, design web page. There are many tools that we can do, but there you won't have actually the feasibility to do anything. Okay, you cannot customize that page. If you want to check out, like if you have missed my first 5 minute session, then you can check out my recorded video. Okay, so now we are going to start with the uh, anchor tag. Okay, or you can say HTML. Here I'm going to simply write HTML5 anchor or slash I'm writing. Okay, link element. Will comment this one, so you will be able to understand. Okay, from here I'm starting the anchor tag part. Okay, so someone has asked me just now like what exactly the hypertext is. So now we are going to learn about that only. Okay, we'll see that what exactly the hypertext is. So let's say you have seen, I think I'm going to open Wikipedia. Okay, here we have link, but where it will redirect. If I'll click, this is not a like a normal paragraph. See, if I'm clicking here, it is not redirecting anywhere. See, okay. So if I'll click here, it will redirect me somewhere else. So see here you observe when I will hover now. Once I'm hovering here at the bottom, it is showing me that exact page link where it will redirect. Okay, it is showing https:/en.wikipedia.org/wiki main underscore page. Okay, so it means if I'll click here, it will redirect me on that page. So see here, it is coming. Okay, so here all these texts that you can see are in blue color, and on hover you have here, you see, once we hover at the bottom, you will be able to see that link. So these type of texts are nothing but hypertext, okay, which is linked with some other document or another page, you can say. So that we are going to see. So let's say we have here one text, okay, Google. I'm going to save this one. If I'm going to click on this, no, it should redirect to the Google page, home page. But right now it is not happening. Okay. So if you want to make this text as a hypertext, okay, or you want to make this one as a active link, then what you have to do, simply you have to use the anchor tag. Okay. Anchor tag you have to use. In between, simply if I'm writing like this, anchor tag, and there's no text in between, so then you won't be able to see any text. So here now I'm going to place that label name or that text name. See, still it is in black color, and if I'm clicking here, nothing is happening actually. So even though if I'm using this anchor tag, no, it is not doing anything. So if you want to redirect somewhere, when you want to click here, when you will click, it should redirect to where? To the Google page. So for that purpose, what you have to use, we have to use one attribute. Means here, see, the person who asked me about what exactly attribute is. So right now this tag is not doing anything, but I need to provide some extra information about that tag, what actually it should do with this text. Okay, so for that reason here I'm going to use one attribute that is known as href. So what is href? Href is nothing but, href stands for hyper reference, means where you want to link this text. Okay, that path you have to pass here. So in anchor tag you can pass two different types of path. Two different types of path. One is relative path. Okay, first one is relative path. Another one is absolute. Always remember this thing. In anchor tag, you can pass. First is absolute. And where you have to pass that path in href attribute as a value, you have to pass that path. So absolute path you can use, or you can use relative path. Okay, relative path. Okay, so these two types of path you can pass in href. So what is absolute path and what is relative path? So now you can see, once I have saved here with the href attribute, but I have not passed any value here. I have saved. Now if I'll click here, if I'll click, see, nothing is happening. Just see, page is getting refresh. So if you are not passing any link path, then it will refresh and it will target the self page wherever you have that hypertext. It is just refreshing. It is not redirecting anywhere else. It is redirecting to the self page. Okay. Now here you have to pass the absolute path. What is the meaning of absolute path? That we will see. Let's say if I have to redirect this text, once I'm clicking here, it should take me to the Google homepage. So here we have to pass that path. Okay, so simply if I'm writing, tell me in the chat whether it will work or not. If I'm writing www, not www, simply google.com, it will work or not? It will work or not? If I'll click here on this text, If you are saying it will work, then if you can mention in the chat, would be great. If you're saying no, then why? Okay, so many responses are there, but now I'm going to show you whether it will work or not. We are learning about the anchor tag, and in that we are going to see what exactly the absolute path. Here simply I have written google.com. Now if you will click on this, no, you'll get this error, cannot get google.com. Means there is no reference like that or no address like that that is available. Okay, so okay, fine. Now I'm going to write www.google.com. Now it will work or not? Here we have google.com. Now it will work or not? Again it will not work. Yes, because still it is not not an absolute path. If you will click again, you will get cannot get www.google.com. Okay, so now here we have to add https://. Now it will work or not? It will work because this is the exact path of the Google page. So now it is going to redirect to the Google home page, as you can see here. Okay. So this is the absolute path. Means if you are giving any website link, that should be the exact path. In case if I'm not using S, I'm writing just http:// www.google.com. Then tell me what will happen. Now it will work or not? It will work, you know, it will work because internally that I'm going to show you. Internally, when you will try to check the http:// www.google.com, then the browser, sorry, the server is smart enough to understand that you are looking for HTTPS protocol. So that I'm going to show you here. Here I'm going to show you all. I will refresh this. So right now we have this index page. Means this is the index page. Okay. And here we have WebSocket. Ignore that. Now if I'm going to click here, no, if I'll click, so then it is opening that google.com, and here we have one HTTPS status code at the first. You can see what is the meaning of that. So that is 307 internal redirect. So internally server is actually understanding what you are trying to open. So which link actually you want to open. So internally it is redirecting to the google.com, even though if you are typing HTTP. Okay. So that's why it is working. Internally server is redirecting to that particular address. Okay. Now, one sec. So we have seen what exactly the absolute path is. Means whenever you are providing any web address, that should be the exact link. Okay. Don't change anything that like if you're writing www.facebook.com, it will work. You will think no, it is not going to work. So this is nothing but absolute path. Then what is relative path? That we will see. Relative means the name itself is saying relative. Relative to what? So relative to this document where you have this text. So let's say I'm going to simply create here one new file and giving name it as index1.html. Okay. index1.html. Simply I'm going to create here one page. You are on index1 page. Okay, so here now I'm going to remove this absolute URL. So absolute, we have seen what exactly the absolute is. We have relative. So relative means here we have, let's say I'm saying go to index1 page. So this is just one message to understand what actually it is. So if I'll click here, where it should go. So right now at the bottom here you observe. Right now we have not passed any href value. So it will redirect to the index.html, means this page only. It is going to refresh. See, once I will hover. So relative to this document, we have to write that path. So simply if I'm pressing control space, and we'll give here index.html, means in your local directory relative to this file, wherever your local file is available, that path you have to give relative to this document. So now here we have index.html. So see, if I will hover here at the bottom, it will show you index1.html. Okay, now if I'll click, it will redirect me to that page. You are on index1 page. Okay, got it? So this is nothing but relative URL relative to this particular index page. Okay, now this is the basic thing, basic syntax of the anchor tag. Done. Next thing, what we can do with the anchor tag in real time, apart from this, like you are redirecting from one page to another page, you are going directly. You might have seen, let's say if I'm going to open that Apple site. Okay, Apple India. So now if you can see here, here we have store. Okay, here we have Mac, iPad. So this is nothing but navigation that you are able to see here. Okay, this is navigation. Once if I'm clicking here, let's say learn more, it is taking me to some other page. But sometimes I think you have seen, you will have some navigation. Okay, you will have some navigation. Once, why to open this site, we can go for another page which I have developed. There I can show you. I'm going to open this one. So here we have one website. If I'll click home, we are here only. If I'll click on services, see how it is scrolling and it is going to the services. Home, again going back to the home. Services, it is coming to the services. Products, it is coming to the products. About us means it is going to the about us section. So how actually it is happening? Here, these things are also the link, and these are the different sections. Okay, now if I'll click on home, it will take me to the home page, home section. Okay, how it is happening? So that's what now I'm going to explain you by using anchor tag, how you can do that. Okay, so here we have a paragraph. Okay, paragraph, and I'm writing here some dummy text. We'll copy and paste multiple time. Okay, here we have this paragraph. Fine. So see, here we have paragraph. Now what I'm going to do, this is a simple paragraph, dynamic paragraph I have taken here. I'm going to add here one anchor tag, okay? And writing click here to go to the bottom of the page, okay? Copy. And here we have another anchor tag at the end of this one. Click here to go to the top of the page. So if you will see here, we have one anchor tag, and here also we have one anchor tag. And what it is saying, click here to go to the bottom of the page. If I'm clicking, nothing is happening because we have not given any link over here. It is just refreshing. If you'll click here, page is getting refreshed. See, and again, it is coming back to this one. Okay. Why it is coming back to the top of the page? Because page is getting refreshed. Okay. So what if you want to make this effect here? Like if you're clicking here, it should scroll like this and should come on top. If you are clicking here on top, it should scroll like this and should come at the bottom. So that feature we can achieve by using this. What you have to do, you have to add one additional attribute called ID just for identification. Okay, so I'm giving ID for this one, this anchor tag as ID top. And because we are using this one here at the bottom, so I'm giving here ID is equal to bottom. Fine. Now, once if I'm clicking here, okay, once if I'm clicking here, where it should go? It should go to the bottom. But how it will go to the bottom? We have to target that particular ID to target this element. So I'm going to copy this ID, and where I will write this one inside href, I will paste that. Means once if I'll click here, it should go to the bottom of the page. Let's try whether it is working or not. See, if I'm clicking, no, it is taking me to the bottom and there is nothing like that bottom document on, it is not able to find. So what we have to do here, before bottom, we have to add one prefix called, before that ID name, hash. Okay, hash bottom. So it will be able to understand, okay, I have to target on the same document and I have to check for the ID called bottom. Save this one. Now if I'll click here, immediately it is going to the bottom of the page. So same thing, the ID for the top anchor element is top. So if you'll click here and you want to target that particular element, you have to write here top, and here just you have to add one prefix hash. Okay. So now if you'll click here at the bottom, it is going top. If you'll click on top, it is going to bottom. But this is not happening actually, as we have seen, like that smooth animation is not there. Why? Because, you know, we have one property called scroll behavior in CSS that we are not using, but just to show you that I'm going to use here. Okay, don't worry about this. We will explain you. I will explain you this one in CSS module. Scroll behavior smooth. Okay, I'm using this. Now see, if I'll click here, smoothly it is going. If I'll click here, smoothly it is going to top. So you can use this. If you have any use case like this, you can go with this method. You can just target different section with the different ID, and in anchor element you can give that particular element ID target value. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one. I will comment this, no need to use that one. So if you want to target any element on the same page, then also you can use what, this anchor element. Another use case also we have seen here. Okay, the last thing for the today lesson, I'm going to explain you about, no, tomorrow I'll explain. For today, we are done. If you have any question, you can ask. Okay, so you are saying it is for relative path. Yes, it is relative only because it is relative to the same page. We are targeting the same ID. Priyadashni. If you have any question, anyone, you can ask. We are not yet done with the anchor tag. We have just started actually. So many things are there in anchor tag. Okay, tomorrow I will explain you about that. Any question, guys? Anyone? Otherwise, we can just wrap up for the day, and tomorrow we can connect again. If you have any question, you can ask. Ref or href? Hyperreference. Href is nothing but hyperreference, means where you want to uh, actually target. Once you are clicking on that text, where you want to go. For that purpose, we use href. How can we connect CSS to JavaScript? So that is a different thing actually. Okay. We have just started HTML right now. That is not the right question. How to take separate tab? Tomorrow, I'm going to explain about that target tab. Don't worry about that. So many things I'm going to explain you in anchor element. So many attributes are there that we will see. Any other question, guys? As I said, means we have just started with the anchor tag. Okay, means we have just covered, you can say 10%, 90% is still we need to actually learn. Ref is nothing but no, it is not refresh, it is reference. Href, hyperreference. Is it a demo class? Actually, it is a demo class, but if you have joined today, I'm not going to start again this session from the beginning. You have to watch actually the recorded video. If you have any question, you can ask me in the session once you will join. You will get all these recorded videos, whatever we are learning in the demo session. Don't worry about that. Can we able to connect the HTML to CSS? In today's interview, I faced this question. Can we able to connect HTML to CSS? What is question? I'm not getting actually. Yeah, you will get all recorded session, but for that we have two different payment modes uh, that you can check with the tech team. If you will get recorded video, then how much you have to pay. And if you don't want a recorded video, just you want to attend this session, then how much you have to pay. Two different modes are there that you can check. What is the timing? Okay, timing is 9 p.m. to 11, you can say, or 10:45 IST. How can we scroll? I'm not getting that question. What exactly is that? Okay, I think then check with that. That's why I said like you have to take the recorded video, then the fee will be like 4,000. I think so. Once again, check with them. Difference. What is difference? I didn't get you. Difference. What is the difference between HTML and CSS? Okay, so HTML is just for the representation. If you want to display some text on the web page, if you want to put some content, then you can use HTML. And if you want to decorate that, okay, as per your own requirement, then you can go with the CSS. CSS is for the decoration. Okay, that we will see. Don't worry. First, we will complete the HTML, then CSS, then we'll complete one single page application, and that will not be actually interactive. So first we'll complete the HTML CSS part, then one single page multiple section website we will create, and post that once we will learn JavaScript, we'll integrate JavaScript feature also in that same website. Regular classes also same timing, or is there any other? No, no other timing. 9 to 11 only IST. I come across this term many times. Landing page means, say, if you are going to launch any website, but that website is not yet done. So meanwhile, you can show a single page, single web page, and you can host there. You can put some information about your website, that my website is coming soon, like that. That is nothing but landing page, or brief information about your services or business, whatever you have, you can put there. Any other question, guys? Otherwise, we can wrap up for the day. Tomorrow we'll connect. Please share payment link, or that for payment link, guys, please connect with the tech team. Can we make e-commerce website? You can make, but this is the beginning only, no? So once you are done with the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then you will be able to understand like what is the main, the like prerequisites for to develop the e-commerce website. No, Monday to Friday only. The classes will be Monday to Friday, weekly, 5 days. No weekend classes. No major project here we will cover. Just like at least means I will cover those things, and by using that you will be able to understand what exactly the use of the tags, CSS things, and JavaScript, so you can develop your own major project based on your requirement. Mostly I'm going to cover each and every topic. One more query: HTML and CSS is sufficient to get job? Not HTML and CSS. As a fresher, if you're going for a job, at least you have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then you will be ready to go for, like, if you know how actually the HTML tags are working, and how what exactly CSS is, how JavaScript behaves, how JavaScript works, you will be able to understand, like, and you will be able to learn any JavaScript framework or library, or any CSS framework or library. UI UX want to know, I mean, what technologies or frameworks? UI UX is two different things actually, guys. Okay. User experience, UX is nothing but user experience. If you see some website, how you feel, let's say if you have a pop-up or model, if you click on any button, you get one pop-up. There you have like cancel button and OK button or save button, something like that. So where it should be and where it will be. So based on that scenario, like the user experience guys, like the person who are the UX designer, they actually decide where it should be and where to put those things. Then it will look good as per the experience wise. And UI is nothing but user interface. If you're going to interact with any application, there will be one like interface. If you have button, if you have any navigation, if you're clicking and then you are redirecting to some other page, that is nothing but UI. Between web design and web development, see, web design is nothing but in that you have to design some mockups and templates in Photoshop or in AI Illustrator or in Figma. Also sometimes you need to design something, but web development means you have to write the literally you have to write the code, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, that you have to make the functional. HTML DOM, okay. So whatever tags you are getting, no, in HTML, whatever you are writing, that will be rendered by the uh, DOM API, or you can say the browser, and there will be a like data structure form, node structure. That is DOM. We will see in detail what DOM is. So do I need to have any knowledge? Java and JavaScript is two different thing. Okay. Totally different. Any other question, guys? Is core Java needed? Nothing. As I said, Java is a different language and JavaScript is totally different. Except that name Java, and here in JavaScript that Java, there is nothing similar in these two programming languages. Bootstrap, like CSS for styling. Bootstrap, I'm not going to cover in this course, but once you will learn that CSS, no, you will be able to understand how actually Bootstrap works. Within like I can say 3 days or 2 days, you will be able to understand what actually Bootstrap is once you are done with the CSS part. Sir, what is API? Please explain in layman language. See, API, I can say simply, like if you're working with the backend developer, if you are, let's say, take the one example of Zomato. Okay. If you are searching for any food in that, so if you are searching this, your request will go to the backend, and based on your request, they will serve you that result, relevant result. That is nothing but API, you can say in layman language. Yes, you can join if you see, as I said, even though if you are a full stack Java student, full stack Java means from front end to back end, you are full stack developer. So you have to learn no HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Yes, you can join. JavaScript and jQuery, two different thing actually. jQuery is also based on JavaScript only, but generally we use jQuery for like the syntax will be similar, but if you will use jQuery, that is very short. Like if you're writing some code in 30 lines in JavaScript, that you can achieve in jQuery like in 10 lines or 15 lines. Okay. The tagline is for jQuery is itself, uh, write less, do more. Okay. But mainly we use jQuery for the DOM manipulation, not for each and everything. Okay. Are we going to learn any framework in this course? No framework. We are going to learn about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and jQuery, one library. And post this, you will be ready to go for the any JavaScript framework or library. I already said in the first session itself. What is address tag? It's like p tag. No, p tag and address tag is two different tag. They have their own semantic meaning. Okay. So whenever you have any paragraph and you want to display in the form of paragraph on the web page, then use p tag. If you want to put any address in your website, if there is any section where you are just presenting your address of your office location or something, then use the address tag. What is a framework? Framework, I can say, like let's say if you have a framework means you have all the utility available in that. You can use each and everything they are providing related to that stuff. I can direct learn React.js. Post learning this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you can go for the React.js. Primarily, what is the most important technology or thing that is used in SEO? Technology, if you are saying I'm not aware of it, what exactly your question is? Uh, means the yesterday I was saying the best practice is what tag we supposed to use for performance. I'm especially saying what we have to use, that I can tell you the difference between library and framework. See, for library means for a particular like functionality, they develop some library kind of utility, not each and everything. But in framework, everything will be available. You don't have to go outside. Tim Berners-Lee is the father of HTML. He only developed World Wide Web also. Actually, I'm starting your class, so I can start React.js right now. No, I would not suggest, actually, if you're not familiar with the JavaScript, don't go directly for the React.js, okay? Because even though if you'll go for React.js, again, you have to come back to the JavaScript syntax. The same thing will be there. What is arrow function? What is a sync function? Okay, what is closure? So many things are there. Those terminology you won't be able to understand there directly if they will tell you. So first learn JavaScript, then only go for the React.js. That will be actually better. Is support Windows 7 to learn HTML, CSS, everything? Yeah. See, it is not related to your operating system. It is all relevant to your browser, because in browser only you are going to execute your HTML code. Okay. For Angular also, I would suggest, yeah, JS is the mandate. On top of JS only, it is actually developed. Okay. For a static typing, just they are using TypeScript, nothing else.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Sir, is Node.js and Java React both are required or only one React is sufficient?
Java and Node.js, you are saying?
JavaScript and Node.js and React both are required or only React.js is sufficient?
See, if you want to be a full stack developer, no? Okay.
Yes.
And you are familiar with the JavaScript, not going with
Yes.
any other language, then see, for back-end development, you need Node.js. For front-end development, you need JavaScript and React.js. Okay. Because React.js is a front-end library to design the UI components. And Node.js is like server-side thing. So you need to learn each and everything
Okay,
if
sir.
you want to
Thank you.
be a full stack developer. Just for UI development, you can go with the JavaScript and React.js. Yeah. Hey, means can I get a job after this course or else any course to learn? So see, it all depends on you. If you are a fresher, whatever I'm teaching means what I'm going to teach in the future. If you will learn those things carefully, if you will practice as a fresher, easily you can get a job. Because if you are going as a fresher, they won't expect so many things from you. Okay. Even they will give you time to learn something. Is JavaScript easy or difficult? It all depends on you. If I'm teaching, if you will attend all the classes, it is easy.
So, what is difference between Angular and React?
See, Angular is a framework, okay, and React JS is a like you can say library, okay, mainly. And see, in React JS, one more thing. Uh, these days we are using TypeScript as well. If you are coming from a Java background, okay, and you're not really familiar with the like dynamic typing, so you can use TypeScript and React.js combination, but the syntax will be similar as the JavaScript only. But in Angular, you have to learn first TypeScript, then you can go for the like Angular development. But the code and syntax, everything will be like similar only. Some like basic difference will be there that you can learn based on that framework. They have their own some like rules that you
Which
need to
one
learn.
is best to learn according to industry requirement?
Industry requirement, I would say React.js, because these days that is in like demand. But it all depends on like the requirement also. Okay. Project requirement. These days in the market we have competition. between AngularJS, React.js, Vue.js, Ember.js. Okay, but mostly I will say, as per the Stack Overflow survey, React.js is a very popular.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. For PHP developer also, you need to see whatever backend development you are doing, for that UI is required. No, so UI always you are going to design in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript only. So that is required. So you can join this course. How can I get your previous videos? So I think for my previous recorded videos, you can check with the tech team. I think once you will join, they will send you that link in Google Classroom. They will add you in the Google Classroom, and there only you will get these files, whatever I'm creating here, whatever explaining you, all those files and recorded videos links you will get there. But still you can check with them, the tech team. So thank you everyone. Good night. We can connect tomorrow. It's already 11.